Hello, this is Reporter Television and I am Bethel Mikhail with the news. The government of Ethiopia has proposed a highly generous incentive package to all local manufacturers willing to set up shop at the newly built industrial park located in Hawassa town, capital city of the southern regional state. Arkaba Kubai, a special advisor to the Prime Minister, told a group of manufacturers yesterday that the government is ready to avail a non-collateralized credit facilities to a credit equity ratio of 75 to 25, 85 to 15, depending on the project's capital requirement and whether the investors are willing and capable of leasing in the Hawassa Industrial Park. The 75 to 25 proportion will be applicable for long-term credits in which the Development Bank of Ethiopia is set to provide. The investors are expected to avail 25% of the equity in cash or asset, and the bank will be financing the remaining 75% without any requirement of physical collateral. In the case of working capital, the government vows to avail a credit facility at the proportion of 85 to 15%, where investors are expected to put up 15% form of equity. According to Taddasa Haile, State Minister of the Industry, the equity finance is mostly preferred to be paid in cash, but there is room for those who can bring well-kept machineries or equipment. As Arkaba puts it, the proportion can go as high as 90 to 10, and net exporters will have a reduced railway tariff exclusively reserved for manufacturers at the park once the railway route passing through is up and running. The Ethiopian Meteorological Agency, EMA, forecasts that the current bulk season might incur heavy rains, which could cause floods in different parts of the country. The Director General of EMA, Fettane Teshome, urged the public to take all necessary preparations ahead of time to prevent damages. The director urged, some stations of the agency have recorded heavy rainfalls that resulted in floods in some parts of the country, and since the rains will continue till mid-May, the public should be prepared to avert any possible loss of lives and destruction of property due to the flood. The bulk season is the major source of rain in Somali, southern Oromia, and southern regional states. It is also a pre-rain season for Rift Valley areas and western Ethiopia. Concerning the current El Niño phenomena, the director said that the impact might be reduced during the upcoming rainy season. Though the forecasts for the rainy season will be made around mid-May, taking into consideration the current situations on the ground, the impact of the El Niño will be reduced. The Ethiopian government is exerting maximum efforts in unloading bulk wheat and fertilizer cargo at the port of Djibouti. At a consultative meeting organized by the Ministry of Transport on April 17th, Kasaon Hailemariam, Director General of the Federal Transport Authority, said that the port of Djibouti is congested by vessels hauling wheat and fertilizer. He added, Ethiopia has never imported more than 400,000 quintals of wheat, but to withstand the worst drought in the last 50 years, the government has brought 16 million tons of wheat. Kasahun said that his ministry have to urgently deliver the wheat to the drought-affected areas and also have to distribute fertilizers as it has begun raining. A United Nations Development Program, UNDP-funded project at the Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources has been under the spotlight in connection with the misuse of a $1 million worth laboratory renovation project. Sources close to the matter told the reporter that UNDP availed the fund to aid the ministry renovate and upgrade one of its laboratories, Soil Testing Laboratory Center. According to sources, the ministry has received the fund long ago to repair an old building in which the soil testing laboratory and equipment were stationed. The claimants alleged that the ministry hired a California-based Degata Industries Inc., violating the formal bidding procedures exercised by public agencies in the country. Degata Industries, on its part, is blamed for failing to deliver the renovation job. Sources disclosed that the company, without performing the required task and renovating the main building, has demolished and reconstructed the old service quarters and left pocketing some $650,000. Frenesh Mokria, State Minister of Agriculture and Natural Resources, counterclaimed, denied any wrongdoings. The state minister told the reporter that it is true the renovation project was delayed. She, however, argued that the delay was due to another national project that the ministry was urgently required to undertake. A national flagship soil fertility mapping project, which encloses all the districts of the country, was given priority that has affected the normal course of the renovation, she claimed. For that reason, the ongoing renovation of the soil testing laboratory has been halted. Regarding the $650,000 paid to Degata Industries, the state minister opted to explain the payment modalities of both the ministry and the company, shying away from either admitting or denying. She said that the ministry has paid both advance payments as well as payments for actual work that has been done. According to her, the construction of service quarters and some maintenance work have been undertaken. According to sources, another round of violence that occurred near Jawi refugee camp Gambela on Thursday left as much as 21 people dead and 7 others heavily wounded. The unfortunate incident led to an outburst among the South Sudanese refugees in the camp, which later translated to a violent rampage on the local community living and working in the area. Jawi is one of the 6 refugee camps in the Gambela regional state, which hosts some 48,648 South Sudanese refugees. The latest incident was instigated by the death of 2 toddlers from the refugee community as a result of an accident that was caused by a water truck ferrying drinking water to the camp. Nevertheless, a week after the tragic killings of 186 civilians and the abduction of 125 children by the South Sudanese heavily armed Murli tribesmen, confusion and distress still abounds the public due to conflicting reports regarding the tribesmen which are responsible for the massacre and the kidnapping of the children. That was all for today. Thank you for watching. For detailed information and exclusive interviews, make sure to go to our website, thereporterethiopia.com.